I think Gary gets off at 6.
Grab a glass of your best liquor and tune into Preezee Does It Live.
What up, what up, what up? This is Preezee Does It Live. I really did not nail that one. I'm sorry.
You did not.
Let me try it. Hold on, let me try it again. Preezee Does It Live. That is us. That is who we be. And we are here to entertain you guys.
No comment.
What?
I said no comment.
Why no comment? The Preezee Does It. I'm trying to do a better intro than I did last time because you gave me shit about it last time, so I'm trying to do better. Did I do better?
No.
Fuck. Well, screw it then. You know what I mean? This is Preezee Does It, the podcastist with the mostest. I am your host, Mr. Preezee.
I'm TaSh, as usual.
Yeah, and we have a special guest who's been on the show before.
Yes.
So makes her extra special that you're here again because you're the first guest that we've had twice.
Oh!
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So revel in that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So welcome back to the show, Janine. What's up with you?
Oh, just living in these COVID times. Trying to
Living in COVID times. How are you navigating the whole COVID situation since it's been a year?
Yeah. Well, when it first hit, I went out and bought toilet paper and paper towels and water. Like February.
Yes, you did.
2020. Yeah. Well, everybody was like, oh, what's that? I was shopping. I'm like, okay, we're going to hunker down. And then when we went on the lockdown, I packed up and went to crazy town. I was just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
What do you mean?
Like I was just so in my head. I was staying up at night looking for more toilet paper and Lysol. I was wiping down stuff, cleaning stuff, because there's so much that we really didn't know other than it can kill you. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And now all we can say is it might not kill you. We still haven't really gotten that much further into it. But I had gone to CES last January 2020. And that, for those who don't know, is the Consumer Electronics Show. It's one of the biggest trade shows in the world. It's in Vegas. And they had upwards of 130,000 people. Can I tell you that had to be Coronapalooza?
Yeah.
I had just went
sure.
to Trinidad Carnival and then came back and they were like, it's a pandemic. I was like, oh.
Right. So I'm like,
am I fine?
There's no way that I didn't come across it. And then I got horribly sick at the end of January. Like I was in the bed. I had chills, hallucinating. I mean, I was just jacked up.
Oh, yeah, you had it.
Right. And so, because when we went on lockdown, we didn't know that
you was out there like a sneaker release, like Team Early, homie. Yeah, we got this.
Got it out the way. Like antibodies.
You know what I'm saying?
What? I was beside myself because my dad is here. He's 76. And, I mean, who doesn't have pre-existing health conditions? If you're alive, you got a pre-existing health condition. So I'm like, I feel like I had it. What if it's lying dormant in my system? Could I pass it on to them? I was just crazed. And because we really had no way to protect ourselves, then for me, every surface became public enemy number one. Usually when you're fighting things, you're fighting outside of your home, right? But you come home and home is a safe place. It wasn't safe because of all the surfaces, right? And then we're getting the mail. Okay, that's the surface. You go to get takeout. So there was no takeout for like 4 months. We cooked up a storm in here. I bought powdered eggs, powdered milk. I had cans of tuna. I mean, I built it out like we were in a bunker. I was crazed.
But you survived though. You survived, and now you're here with us, and we're gonna talk shit because you survived.
Yeah. I survived, and I've been vaccinated. So I feel
there you go.
Double whammy.
And you're still alive from being vaccinated. So I'm still not gonna do it.
But I'm gonna do it.
But thanks for you doing it, and you're still here. So you're a success story for that. Because again, I'm not doing it.
The first shot was fine. The second shot, that was not pretty.
No pain, no nothing.
Not pretty. The second shot was rough.
Well, the first shot was rough because they shot me twice. Because there was nothing in the first vial, and she didn't notice that. Hello, Shaniqua, until she put the shot in. Okay, so I got 2 shots in the first one. But other than that,
where'd you get your shot from? Like the Dollar Tree or something? Like, how do you not know nothing's in the needle?
Shaniqua. Anyway, the second shot, we got it about 2:30 p.m. By 7 o'clock that evening, I was unconscious. I don't even remember falling asleep. We just passed out. And then the next day, it was like we had been hit by a truck.
Really?
Feverish and headache, body ache, it was awful. And then by Wednesday around noon, it was like it just packed up and left.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really got to plan this.
Which brand did you do? Pfizer, Moderna?
I did Moderna.
Moderna? Okay.
Now, Gary did Pfizer, and he didn't feel anything, but he's special.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that Pfizer.
I'm gonna go
if
with
I do it.
It's Gary and not the.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more accurate.
That part.
Scary though. Yeah. That's funny. All right, let's move on to some stuff because we got a lot of things to talk about. One particular topic that the reason Janine is here, but I'm a holder until we get to that. She's on the edge of her seat for this topic to be brought up, but we're gonna hold it. Okay. Just pause. We're gonna get to some other stuff first.
You're listening to Preezee Does It Live.
Now, for those that follow me on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, you know I'm into sneakers. Big sneakerhead. Yes. Always have been. I kind of took pause in my life on that because sneakers are expensive.
Yes.
Them joints, I mean, like crazy expensive. Most of the sneakers I have, luckily, I've been blessed to not have to buy them. You know, and I have a couple paired in there. That's a couple of $1,000. Didn't buy them. Great. But TaSh, you found something.
I did.
That I don't think I would ever buy.
You sure? You're a sneakerhead?
I don't know, man. Is there a way?
But you don't wear Gucci, so let's just say you won't get them because you don't wear Gucci.
Okay, I don't. You're right.
But they're they're $12, so anybody can get these Gucci shoes.
Let me see if I can throw this up. Yeah, there you go. So it's those shoes.
They're $12. Actually, they're $11.99.
Oh.
And the best thing about these amazing sneakers is that they are virtual sneakers.
So
how does that work?
You just you can like download them, but you can't wear them.
So Gucci sneakers in the first place are a couple of $1,000.
Yes.
Depending on what model you get. So I will never have Gucci sneakers ever in my life. And then you say these are $11.99 and I can't even get them?
So what you could do is you can download the shoes and like put them on a picture of yourself, or you can wear them in Roblox.
No.
No? You don't want the shoes?
Nope. And they don't even look good. These are like the Gucci dad shoes with the big chunky heel.
It looks like something that would be blue light special at Kmart.
It does. You're right.
They're awful.
It does.
No.
Oh, yeah. Those look like Pro Wings. They look like
even if the $11.99 is too much.
But okay, so here's the thing. Digital is supposed to be where everybody's trying to move into. You heard about the artist Beeple who sold his digital print for what? Like
it was like $6 million.
No, it was more than 6 million.
I thought it was $6 million.
No, it was let me look it up.
I could have swore it was 6 million because one there was another guy that did the the FT, what is it called, the new currency?
NFT. It's called NFT. Yes.
The CEO of Twitter sold his first Twitter.
People sold it for $69 million.
$69 million for digital.
For a digital print.
Whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah, he sold his first tweet for $2 million.
Right, because of NFT.
But back to the ugly shoes. I'm still trying to. Why would you want to put yourself in that? Those are awful.
But these are digital shoes. So in like NBA 2K and all that, and Gary I'm sure he knows, you can go through the game and all that kind of stuff, and you buy your sneakers it's just digital sneakers. And actually Jordan had a couple of releases that were digital only.
Digital only. Right. But imagine if you could take those and then you can put them on a picture of yourself in Instagram. I mean, nothing's stopping you now, but
other people that you paid $12 for ugly shoes.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Ugly shoes are in, I think. I don't know. I wear Chucks.
Dad shoes. Well, dad shoes have been a thing for like the last maybe 3-4 years with Balenciaga and all them doing the whole little chunky shoe thing. Yeah. So it's been a thing, but to try to make that digital, like somebody will actually want it. But we did do an article, or we did a story on Jock's channel about deep fake sneakers. So just how they deep fake, people's faces. They're doing the same with sneakers, and how you say for the floss for the gram. So they'll go take a picture, travel somewhere, take a picture in some Air Maxes, and then just deep fake some high-end sneakers onto that picture, post it like they flossing and just doing the most. But they really don't have those sneakers.
I would do that. Catfish everybody.
Well, you might as well get you some $11.99 Gucci's then.
Wasn't it Little Bow Wow or somebody that was pretending?
It was Bow Wow.
Yeah,
it was Bow Wow. It's that same basic concept.
To go with his jet.
Mm-hmm. He probably already got these digital shoes.
Probably. So I don't know. Nope. I want my $11.99 because I can go spend that on some beer and actually have the beer. I don't need. It won't be virtual beer. It'll be actual beer.
I would eat that $11.99. I'd get like a good ass meal for $11.99. Yes.
Chick-fil-A for sure.
Even my tacos place, I can get so many tacos.
Here's the question though. What shoe would you get digitally if you would do that type thing?
If I could get a digital shoe, like an expensive digital shoe? Yeah,
if you were into buying digital shoes,
right.
What would it be though? Or what would be like your digital grail?
Those Marty McFly shoes.
Oh, the Adapts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd do those.
That's a good one.
Every picture. I don't care if I'm wearing a dress. Every picture. Can't tell me nothing.
I will floss those.
In person, wear your shoes. I don't want to get them dirty.
Because real life, I think those are like, if you can find a pair, like $50,000.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So I can see that. That would be a good choice. So we'll both get those digitally, and then we'll superimpose them in our next Preezee Does It photo shoot.
But I'd make them smaller because my feet kind of big. They would look huge on my feet.
They would though. So you wear your Chucks though. You wear your Chucks, and then we'll just deep fake them onto your feet.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
That's
dope.
crazy.
It is. It's very insanely crazy. I hope y'all not buying digital sneakers. Like you're not so into fashion, and you know what? Let me stop because I know people out there that can't wait to get these digital sneakers.
Yeah, they probably got them.
We were talking about like the how they hold likes and all that for like, it's like their digital currency. Like they just need it. It's like money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they equate it to money.
Right. Even though it's nothing.
Right.
Like somebody was like, how do you feel now that you're going viral on TikTok? I was like, I don't know how this works. I'm still cracking jokes in the comments, and then I realized I couldn't keep up because it was at 1,500 comments at this point. I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be like replying to these people. I don't.
No. At that point, you just be like, I'm on to the next post.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care.
Cause I get like 10 comments and I be like, I'm good. This too much.
I can't do it.
So I can imagine you at 1,000. You like,
At first it was fun because like people on TikTok say I look like Don Cheadle, so people keep like saying like that I'm like Don, and I'm like, how do you know it's not me? So like I keep commenting that I'm Don Cheadle underneath people's comments.
Hilarious. So okay, check this out.
You're listening to Preezee Does It Live.
Speaking of deep fakes, this lady, mom, a cheerleader's mom, has been charged, and this was about a week ago, I think, but I still wanted to talk about it.
Look at her face.
Cheerleader's mom has been charged with deep faking videos of her daughter's rivals in her cheerleading squad, smoking, drinking, and naked to get them kicked off the team. I guess to better her chances of her daughter having a more valuable position on the cheerleading team.
The fact that she looks like Tanya Harding is
that part.
Hey, for real though.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just a whole other level of irony to this at this point. You can't even write this. This can't be real life. This is amazing.
Wow.
Oh, Gary just
Hi, Gary.
this is a long
What's up,
time ago. He
people?
said, I'm here. Hey, Gary. So hold on. We're going to put you in the conversation. But how batshit crazy are you to like deep fake videos and pictures of your daughter's basically peers?
Right?
That's insane.
She looks like she does that on the regular.
Yes.
Probably. She probably just got stock footage just
It's probably
stored.
church rivals. She got deep faked at like prostitution rings and stuff. She's probably on a whole other. Look at her face. Look at
Yeah.
her lips. Like her.
Now here's my question too. Like, look at her
Look at
face.
lip. One lip. There's only
One
one
lip.
lip. Just the bottom one.
If you
Can't
look at
be
her
happy
face,
with lips like that.
you can imagine what her body is like. So if she's deep faking her daughter's peers with that body, with their face, her face with their, oh no, it'd be the kid's face with her body.
That's frightening.
I don't think she did her body.
She's deep faking them.
No, I mean she's
'Cause
taking
I don't
other
think there's a-
footage and just putting their face on other people.
I don't think there's a technology that deep fake the body. You can only do the face.
No, it's not her. They're just because you can deep fake it with other foot. Like I can take a video of Tom Cruise and then put Harrison Ford's face on that video.
Tasha's totally ruined my joke though.
Oh, my bad. I'm just saying, is she laying down in this picture? Because the way gravity is affecting her doesn't make sense. I feel like she's laying down. I don't know.
I don't know.
She's somewhere between jaundice and vampire.
Oh wow.
Like, how do you wear a turtleneck with no neck? Is this just a crew neck?
Like that?
Is it a no? It's a crew neck, but it looks like a turtleneck because she don't have a
It's
neck.
a mock neck.
Right.
Every shirt is a turtleneck for her. She's just head and shoulders.
One lip.
But that's just crazy insane for her to go through all that so her daughter would have whatever these, better chances with cheerleading, et cetera, which is one of the most superficial things ever. But
Like, is your daughter good? Maybe get her training. I feel like you have too much time. You could
That part.
hire a trainer or something. There has to be a way. Maybe cheerleading is not her ministry. Maybe
right.
she should do something else with her life.
Right.
And that just proves those parents are crazier than, the parents are crazier than the kids,
Right?
using with these cheerleading camps and all that. That's crazy.
This is insane.
That was scary.
Now, speaking of being healthy, I'll call it healthy. A pastor suspended for saying women should lose weight for their husband.
No.
I'm gonna just leave this caption on the screen. You can read what he said in the quotes.
He said
about. Oh, you go ahead, Tash.
For those who are listening, he said, "I'm not saying every woman can be the epic trophy wife of all times, but you don't need to look like a butch either." And he's like, if you're a trophy, like, don't be a Stanley Cup. Like, don't be built like a Stanley Cup. First of all, he's built like a bag of laundry.
Exactly. Like, you don't want nobody built like yourself.
So that's what we're doing in church now.
He said it doesn't matter because women are not visual, men are. That was his whole thing in the sermon. Doesn't matter that he's built like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
I don't know, man. Okay, listen, Gary. What do you think? Because you're a married dude. Would you ever like ask Janine to lose weight?
No, because I accepted her as she is. I didn't get married with the expectation of changing her into something different.
Now, what if it was, and this is hypothetical, what if it was, say she went through a couple of years of hardship and actually gained more weight? Would you like start hinting or, leave the weight loss brochures and all that kind of stuff around?
No, I still wouldn't. Because that honestly wouldn't matter to me because I love her as a person. So I accept her however she is.
Right.
Real talk.
Good answer.
Dig it. Now, we'll talk again off air.
Like, man,
no, but real talk, we actually just had that conversation, me and Miniface, and we were, like, oh, we gained weight. Well, I actually lost weight, but she was like, oh, we gained a little weight during whatever. I'm like, so, we're eating, we're living, we're doing what we do. Like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. You saw me at my heaviest.
Right.
It is what it is. Like, we're just eating. We're good. Like, I'm happy. It don't matter. She's happy. That's all that matters.
The unaddressed part of this is that it's a form of abuse and manipulation. And like, it's fun to laugh about because he is, this man is not a prize himself, but it is a form of abuse and manipulation because even when I was still married, my ex would not let me throw away the clothes that I have from college because he said that he wanted me. That was the person he fell in love with, and that should be my goal in life. In college, I was like a size 1-2.
Yeah.
I've had 3 children. I've had ups and downs. I don't even have the same body. Even if I was the same exact poundage, I wouldn't even have the same body I did in college.
Yeah.
Right.
So the people who are applauding him and those are just horrible people because if a woman is nothing but her size and her shape and her physique for her man, then what is the point of even marriage?
Yeah. And let me say this. If it was something where Janine was unhappy about it, then I would encourage her. But otherwise, if she was happy with herself, then I'm like, you be you. If you want to be 400 pounds, I know that won't happen. Like, as long as you happy, do you. So
I think the only way I would say something. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, let's not skimp over the fact that this dude is using the word of God.
Right.
Standing up in that position, telling the congregation almost like this is what God says about marriage. That is so damaging. First of all, it's a lie, but that is so damaging. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Speaking of people standing up in front of people, now I'm going to be quiet on this segment. This is what Janine came here to talk about. Have at it. You can guide this discussion as far as you want because I don't know anything about this dude. So y'all got to explain, and even the situation. Okay. Y'all got to explain the whole situation to me. TaSh, you can explain it too because I'm sure you're up on game of what's going on because obviously I follow you on social media. Right. And we will get to your things in a second. Okay. But y'all just act like I don't know. And I need to know what's happening. Gary, you with me?
Yeah, I know a little bit, but yeah, they know it all. So
so me and you gonna act like we don't know shit right now. We're totally clueless on what's going on. Ladies, have at it.
All right.
Okay, so brother Derek Jackson. The best way to describe him, he was like the Pied Piper of Black women. He just called us from all over. And he became the ambassador for Black love and relationships. He started like doing his blog and he was on YouTube, started 2012. And it was after he had messed up his relationship with his then girlfriend, Danae. He was talking about how he got back on track and what to do and what not to do. And then he started writing books and he was always in his car. He would do a lot of his lives and stuff and his videos from his car, but he always had great advice. He would talk about cheating and what to look for.
Black men don't cheat.
Right. All that. And encouraging women to, really understand their self-worth and their value. And don't
settle for less.
Right. And if a man is serious, he's going to do this, he's going to say this. He was basically almost like a Steve Harvey in the sense of he was sharing man code stuff, stuff that we're not supposed to know. He was just handing it out and folks were taking it in. And then this weekend.
That's already red flag number one.
Yeah.
But
all dudes know that.
Right. But the stuff that he was saying, it sounded so good and it made sense. And if you are looking for answers for why men do what they do or why women do what they do and how can I break the cycle and I want a healthy relationship and why do I keep attracting the same thing, if you're in that space and somebody comes along that is saying, this is what's up, this is what you do, this is what you need to stop doing, and it just made sense. Now, I always thought it was interesting that you never really saw pictures of his wife.
Right, but he's in his car, which is already, first of all, every cheater only calls you from his car.
Hello. Always in the car, pictures of the wife, the kids, and he said it was for privacy. Well, look, even Michael Jackson put masks and stuff on the kids and took them out occasionally. He didn't do none of that.
No, he's in his car.
It all hits the fan that he is the complete opposite of everything he's been talking about since 2012. That there have been all kinds of infidelity and affairs and flying the woman out when his family's in Colorado, wife and the kids, having her up in the bed and just all kinds of stuff. And then they did a couple's apology video.
This is what I saw. This is where I come into the drama.
Now, I'm not saying that if something went down between me and Gary that I would not have my bonnet on if we did a video. Because I don't know. And I don't know, maybe if they just posted bail.
Right.
And now I'm going to talk to the people and explain what happened.
I just got done being really drunk about this whole thing.
Right.
I might have my bonnet on.
But she looked like she was being controlled. She was saying that she was okay. She did not look okay. And I'm not saying that when stuff hits the fan, this is a certain way that you're going to look. But he was holding her hand so tight. I mean, it just looked like all of it was coerced. And then I even saw her follow-up video. She lost the bonnet, traded it for a purple baseball cap.
But her hair was like scooped to the side over here. It's weird. It's like, what's happening, sis?
Right. And she was speaking all the Christianese and, you know, God is able. And look, I love the Lord, sold out for Jesus. It's like some stuff, it's not even about Jesus.
Right. And no man is going to perpetually disrespect and humiliate his wife that he's publicly speaking about relationships to teach that man a lesson. Why would God humiliate me to teach this gentleman, I was about to say a different word, a lesson?
Look. Looked like he found somebody off the street and said,
right
here.
Like she was asleep.
To be my wife. Okay.
Babe, come wake up real quick. I got the camera on. I'm gonna do this little thing real quick.
Until the middle of the video that they were doing a video.
And let's get into cheating is ugly. Yes. It's disgusting for so many reasons. But my thing is, if you decide that all this you don't want no more, cool, be out. Let me know. Go with God. Right? But when you do that and you sleep with all kind of folks, you know you're not using protection, but even if you were, protection is not 100%. If you ever loved me, if you ever felt anything for me, the fact that you could put your stuff all out there and then bring all of that back to me and expose me to God knows what, stuff that could take me out.
Right.
That's to me, the really disgusting part about cheating. Not even just that you were with somebody else, but you could do me bodily harm by the choices that you made.
Now explain this. He was a motivational speaker, right?
Yes, he was.
Preaching too, speaking at churches.
What was his whole little thing? It was speaking to women, right? Primarily women.
Women who are brokenhearted and just really need women who are vulnerable.
Right.
So it's a whole generation of women who are extremely vulnerable, and he's speaking to them and telling them what they should and should not tolerate.
And I looked at some pictures. He's a fit guy, right? Fit and well kept.
Yeah.
So it's easy. You think about it, it's easy for him to have access to, some side pieces. You know what I mean?
We know that people that are high profile have more temptation than the average person could ever imagine, right? But it's not just the Derek Jacksons of the world. It's Jerome at the post office with the lazy eye that really actually wandered off and found somebody else. So it's like, what is that? Can people can men be faithful? Is it and are you just hardwired differently? And is there a struggle that you have that unbeknownst to us is demons that you fight every single day, and you just hope that you don't give in to it? Like, what is it?
With this situation, with this video,
I like how me and Gary just sitting here quiet, just listening, just silently.
They got the wheel.
He came off incredibly narcissistic and entitled. He was speaking in third person the whole video. Yeah. He's holding her. And then at one point, he blamed people for believing that he was like a good person. Like sorry if you believe that about me. Like, wait, what? But I never got like a good energy, a good vibe for him. The fact that he was always in his car just reminded me of a cheating guy too much. So I just did not even tune in. But imagine somebody is doing you dirty and is publicly telling everybody how to not be with someone who does them dirty. Can you imagine? I would burn everything gladly. Like I would just light a match and I wouldn't leave. I'd just light a match. Let it happen.
You don't have to burn things. Him. If you
he'd be there. He'd be there.
You can leave that. I was, y'all, for real. I was so upset for so many reasons, and that includes Black men get beat up enough.
Right.
Black men are always fighting this uphill battle about their deadbeat dads, their this, their that, all this stuff, right? And Black men in marriage, and then if you see Black men, especially in advertisements, they now usually have Black men with every other type of woman except Black women. If you see them in a family, they're never with us, right?
And if you see a Black woman with kids, it's just her and the kids.
Exactly.
No dad.
Right? So there's all that, and then he positions himself as the Pied Piper of Black women, and we're following him over hill and dale, and he's singing his songs, and we're just singing along.
I see you snacking, Mr. Preezee.
I put my mic on mute, like y'all wasn't gonna know, but
you had already eaten a fry by then. I'd heard it.
True. So let me ask you, Janine, you follow? Did you follow him previous to this?
Him, not consistently. Sometimes I'd see notifications and I would check some stuff out because I wasn't in a space where I needed his voice or his help in my life. But there were other people in my life that hit me to him. And so I would chime in and I said, okay, this brother is saying some stuff that makes sense. And so occasionally I would share it with friends who were struggling with some of the things that he was talking about.
How much of that did you take to heart? Like you were really trying to maybe apply it to your life or whatever?
Well, again, by the time I heard about him, I was already happily married. I had dealt with some stuff, and there was no.
Oh, so he's been out for a while.
Yeah, 2012 is when he hit.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't listening to him because, I need help. But there were people in my life who were struggling with kind of making the same bad choices over and over again. And so he was saying some things that really resonated with me. And it was a lot of the things that I was saying, minus the cheating.
Mm.
So I would share videos or posts or whatever. But I'm so thoroughly disappointed in how he makes Black men look.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly disgusted at the people that needed hope and encouragement, and he sucked that up like a leech.
Right.
And was living a bold-faced lie.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the other part to that is there are going to be women that look at how all this plays out and they're going to say, you know what, I give up. There's no such thing as men who don't cheat. And so they're going to say, even the Derrick Jacksons cheat. I just need to take whatever.
Oh, men are dogs. Oh, men are dogs. Fuck them all.
Right. The fact you put religion in it, I feel like that's going to scare people away from Christianity because they're going to say, look, Christian men cheat as well.
There was zero accountability in the things that he's in things that he said. It was more like, God's already forgiven me. She's forgiven me. We turned the chapter. We're on a new page. So if you're not, it's on y'all. That was his whole energy and his whole vibe. So that's when I decided, let me not say that. That's when I was like, fuck it. I'm about to make fun of this man.
Thank you for your video, by the way. That's another total topic.
There are a total of 3 videos that I made about this situation because
that's a really great segue. Hold on. Hold on.
Are you gonna show the first one?
We
first?
got I don't know. I'm gonna show the one you gave me. We got exclusive footage. This is never behind the scenes, never seen before behind the scenes footage.
Don't show it. Don't show that one. Please don't show that one.
Why not?
Because it has context, and it's gonna lack the context if you show that.
Oh Lord, you gotta send me what I need to see because
I am sending you the other one, and then the second one will make sense.
There's exclusive footage, y'all. Stay tuned.
Footage. Okay, it has.
And excuse
me
for eating because I'm hungry.
It's all good.
It's been sent.
Let me see what's going on. Okay.
Y'all have bacon on air, so it's all good. It's nothing.
We did have bacon on air.
Real talk.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, hold up. When I saw this, I was dying laughing. I was rolling at first, but then when I really zoomed in and saw she put a trash can, I'm like, yo.
Right.
Yo.
Second take.
Killed it.
All that.
So the best thing about these videos is that there are about, I don't know, I'm going to say out of all the people who've watched it, about 10% of them don't know that I am not that woman. They have no clue. They think I look so much like her that I am her. So they're giving me advice. Like they have no clue.
Okay.
And this is amazing.
Hey, now that you mention it though, you do kind of look like a little bit.
Oh man.
See, right there, boom. It's uncanny. It is uncanny.
You got people apologizing to you.
People were like, "You could do better, girl," or "I'm so glad you finally moved on and you see him for the trash he is." Like, thank you.
Yeah, you moved on quick. You doing TikToks of your own interview.
Right.
You moved on hella quick.
Now you can show the next one. The next one
Okay, let's
has
see the other
context.
All right, hold on.
Oh, another one.
This shit is hilarious. We got a comic genius over here, man.
Yep.
The marriage on any level, and it is unacceptable, and it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And
Hilarious, dude.
I just noticed in the background.
I want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into the marriage on any level. And it is unacceptable.
Why are you holding the trash can, though? She's holding the trash can, y'all. Like, this is what it is. This is my man right here. This trash can.
Oh, my gosh. She memorized mine so quick.
That is incredible.
It hit me when I was leaving the gym. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I kind of look like her. and then that's what I was like, I should do the Bust It challenge into her because nobody's doing the Bust It challenge anymore. So when they hear the music, they're like, oh, what is this? Like, this is old. So people were watching this because they wanted to clown me. And then when I took it to the next level, they were like, okay, you got me.
That was beautiful.
That was brilliant.
You got me because I was like, wait, is she about to? Oh. Hilarious. So back to this dude though, so we can kind of sum it up.
Yeah.
He's trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Misleading hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women, basically. Thousands, we'll say, because you say 2012. That's a lot.
Yeah. He had a lot.
That's
of
a lot.
followers. Let me see how many followers. That man has 1.3 million followers.
Yeah, so I do.
That's a lot.
To just add that
Yeah.
Oh wait, so your video don't want to go away? Stop it. Get out of here. And then, to sum this up, TaSh is a comedic genius.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the takeaway I'm taking away from this whole takeaway.
Thank you.
So follow her on Carnival Jedi TikTok.
Yes, please do.
I don't know what happened. Before my birthday, I was at like 2,000 followers. Now I'm about to hit 18,000. So
Wow.
yeah, I don't know what's happening.
So I hold on, man. We got requests like show it again.
Show it again.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sorry. That is hilarious, man. Like, why you look just like her, though? The only thing that changed is the trash can into him.
I put it on the internet with no context. I left no context, no explanation for it.
It was perfect.
That's funny.
Because I thought that if I didn't put any context, people would start commenting on like, what is this for? What does it mean? But other people were getting it immediately. And it just...
And that's what's brilliant about it. People that didn't get it, they don't need to watch it.
Right.
But the best thing about them not getting it is that they're right. I don't get it. What happened? And other people would comment. So now I'm getting comments, which is getting the video trending. So I was trying to think ahead. I was trying to...
Well, you nailed it.
You can see Nicole Burns. She says she's gonna follow you. So follow her.
Hey, what's
I'll
up,
look out
Nicole?
for you.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the interwebs.
we can stop talking about that dude
Yeah.
because
He's whack.
Well, I mean,
I wonder.
We could talk about because the fact I wonder if she did not believe that leaving this man was wrong for some reason. I wonder if there was a marital contract that she had to renew every so often. I wonder if she would renew it. He's eating. That was a segue. But Mr. Preezee is eating. First of all, it's supposed to be Kobe to Shaq. I don't know what that was.
Shaq's still running up the floor. Hold on.
Shaq is tying his shoes at the ball.
Oh my God. You caught me off guard with that one. I caught it though. I caught it. I'm with you. I'm right with you. Look. Listen here. Too Short says marriage, and this is a good one for you, for Janine and Gary. Marriage should be an agreement that dissolves every 5 years unless both parties sign to keep it going. Do you agree or disagree, you guys? You married couple, you?
What you think,
that
man?
again. Wait.
Like you have to opt in. You don't opt out.
5
Every
years.
so often, you got to be like, accept. Like it's terms and conditions on the app on your phone.
No, that's that's crazy. Like nothing should be forced or in writing. You just have to go with it and trust that it's going to work out. No, that's crazy.
You don't want it to come around and like we're calling you about your instead of your car warranty extended warranty. You're like we're calling about your marriage warranty.
Well, I have the best warranty.
Now, I'm assuming he's saying, he's going at, over time, people change.
Right.
You go through stuff, your opinions on certain things change, your views on certain things change, or whatever like that. So within that 5 year period, you circle back and this is probably way too deep for Too Short, but I'm just putting my spin on it. That you see where you've changed and where you've learned, whether you grew in some things, whether you declined in some things, you know what I mean? And then you decide at 5 years if you want to deal with the growth or lack thereof, together and keep it going for another 5 years.
See, I don't even think we need an agreement because we already just get divorced.
Right.
And I'm not an advocate of divorce. I'm not saying, hey, that's the answer, but I don't think we need another, we'll just do it in 5-year increments.
Yeah. For somebody who was in not a good situation, because leaving is not okay. So there was such guilt and shame and sense of failure that was associated with me thinking about leaving, that I'm wondering if I would have made different choices if it was normalized, if it was just, you have the option to not be here every so often. I'm like, I think I would have opted out. I don't think I would have stayed as long as I did if that was available to me. And I mean, it sucks to say, because I know if I was in a great relationship, I would think, oh no, that's silly. That's silly. But that the check-in to know if are you okay with with this life that we are building? Are you okay with that, or are you settling for it?
Right.
And for some people, it's gonna be frivolous. That's not even a thought. Just because a lot of people don't take a lot of things seriously, and I don't think that marriage is any different for them, or relationships, or even the lives or the hearts of people that they care about. They don't care. But for those of us who felt small, who felt unseen, who felt like this, I mean, at one point I looked myself in the mirror and I said, okay, so you're just not one of the ones who get to be happy. And I made that, I said that to myself and sat in that. If someone came and was like, okay, so you're approaching this many years and you have the option and it's just fine, it's no mess, you just walk away, I'd have been like, okay, cool.
That's pretty deep, man.
Yeah.
I think it was human nature to take issue with just everything. So even if we said it's a 5-year term, right? We give people the side eye if a year and a half in they were like, "Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 5 years." There would be some stigma with that.
True. There are gonna be people who stay longer than they need to, but I think this whole the narrative that we keep pushing, that you have to suffer through relationships and suffer through your marriage, is really costing a lot of people their lives. And I'm not saying that they're dying, but they're not physically dying, but they're dying in other ways.
Inside,
and I think that we just talk about it wrong.
Yeah. And we come from generations of, like, Big Mama was never happy.
Right. Never.
There was not an option.
Right.
For Big Mama to be happy. Big Mama just went on, and Grandpa was probably still in the house, but Big Mama wasn't happy.
Right.
And that's just the way it was.
That was normal.
My mom used to tell me about neighbors who, like, the husband would chase the wife up and down the street like every Friday night. That was their thing. And he would beat her. And nobody intervened or nobody said anything. So there's a culture of sacrifice.
Right. And it's usually made by the women. It's not necessarily made by the men. Although, you have a whole generation of men saying, I'm sacrificing all these other women. And that those guys are weird, obviously. But the burden of sacrifice is very heavily on the woman. So even a working mother still has to be the full-time mother, and the dad babysits. Even though they're both doing the same thing, the burden of sacrifice is always placed on the mother. And I think that's why a lot of women don't leave, because we just keep belaboring that point, the burden of sacrifice. That's not fair. That's too heavy.
At all. I think there needs to be more of a support system in society in place for women across the board.
Right.
There's so many things that play into why we stay when everything is pointing to it's time to go.
Right.
Because whatever job we have, we're not making as much as our male counterparts. All these things, institutionalized things that make it hard for us to get out, move on. But I don't think that limiting it to saying it's a 5-year contract. I think talking more about marriage and what it entails, what it looks like, how to prepare for it, how to sniff out who you're interested in. I do believe that there are people who, once you get into a relationship with them, they completely flip the script. There are no signs or anything that they are that crazy.
That is true.
And I think, though, a lot of us end up in situations where there were signs. You had a gut feeling, and for whatever reason, you still went down that road.
Right. And the thing is, a lot of times those signs are explained away, and not necessarily by the victim, but by the perpetuator. They're explained away, absolutely. and you end up questioning yourself so heavily that you just don't really think about it. But then you look back, and in hindsight, and you're like, okay, so he was punching holes in the walls. He did bust out the window of my car. Right. He did do all these things, and yet
he did choke me that time. But he said he was sorry.
Right, but I should have been quiet. Mm-hmm. Even when I was in a situation where I called the police, and the police said, "Well, why didn't you let him XYZ?" That's 2 female cops approached me. Why didn't you just do that?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'm like, okay, bye. I couldn't even process the whole situation after that. It was ridiculous.
Like, when we were talking about this earlier, when all the stuff hit the fan with Chris Brown and Rihanna, people were mad at Rihanna.
Right.
It's like, wait. Chris beat her up, but people are mad at Rihanna.
Why was she going through his phone? She shouldn't have been going through his phone. Why didn't she just let him drive? Why didn't she just let him? Right. You know how Caribbean women are. They pop off.
Right.
All of those things. Now, so Sabrina said, situation is dire like mine. By all means, the people should leave. It's not just a dire situation, because not all abuse is physical. Right. So it's not always one of those things where your life or your body is in danger. Your mind is at danger. So if you just don't feel like you can be the whole of who you are with someone else, then leave. But it's hard. I just really wish that we had the right conversations about relationships, and that we weren't afraid to talk about the dirty things and the big things and the wounds. No one talks about those things. No one wants to talk about it, because if you talk about it, then they feel like you bring it to life when it's already sitting on the couch.
Right. And I don't think we are socialized to look at marriage as work.
Right.
Young girls really are socialized that you're looking towards the wedding day. That one day out of your entire relationship, you put all your energy towards, you're going to make this one day perfect, but you have no tools and resources that start the day after the wedding.
Right.
No idea how to work on it, what the daily grind of working on it looks like, but you had the fairy tale wedding day, you had the dress and, the horse-drawn carriage, and they released doves and threw rice, even though
all the pretty things
don't do that anymore. Right. And now, but you have no idea how to try to coexist with another person. And even before that, there's really not a talk about, in terms of looking for that special someone, what should really be on your wish list.
Right. And the fact that we have so heavily separated the line between a marriage and friendship, or just, friendships and relationships. We put a big line towards the middle. And instead of that, just making sure we don't cross boundaries with friends, it turned the people we're in relationships with to people who aren't our friends.
Right.
We're still being physical with them. We're raising kids. We're eating dinner, but that person is not my friend at all. Like, I can't even talk to this dude. You know what I mean? We have a whole weird type of thought that really removes the basis of marriage, which is friendship. And friendship is so simple. It's just, I care about you and I like seeing you happy. It's just really that simple with friendship. So it's so frustrating to me, especially when I see reports of men saying, well, what do you do if your wife stops sleeping with you? And I'm like, okay, like, do you like her? Or do you even like this woman? Or you just feel like her vagina is obligated to you? Are you her friend? Because I'm sure it's easy if y'all even liked each other, but you worried about sex. Meanwhile, y'all can't even sit in the same room and eat lunch. Right. She go in the bedroom, you sit on the couch.
Yeah, friendship is very, very important. Otherwise, that marriage is going to be forced, or it's going to end up in divorce easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a former coworker say to me one time, he's like, "Wow, you and Gary look like you really like each other."
Like,
and I was like,
we know each other, first of all.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be. And but he was like, because it's not that way with him and his wife. And that just really struck me, like, why are you with someone that you don't genuinely like?
Right. And that's strange that that's their norm. And they probably are doing it for the benefits, like, joint bills, whatever, somebody to cook for me. So they look like they have these other reasons to keep the marriage going. So they're like, I don't need the friendship. This is easier.
I'll tell you what, if this is hypothetical, if me and Janine, and she started cooking that bacon in the beginning, and then a year later, it wasn't no bacon, contract is up. Done. I'm out of here. What? Pick up. She stopped cooking the fucking bacon.
I will flip a table on the way out. I'm gonna look at you in the eye. And
why you flip the table? Because there wasn't no bacon on the goddamn table. That's why I flipped the table. I'm just saying.
That is important. I'll give you that.
So this has been a really deep episode. We don't usually get this deep, and I hope somewhere the discussion helped somebody.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
It's a lot.
Even a preacher will say, find the message, through the mess. So there's a message in the mess. It always is.
So I getting back to the root of this particular article, I don't know if I agree with the 5-year thing. I do agree with some of the people in our comments that say the regular checks every so often help.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if it's not just how are you today? I'm doing good. My mental state is this. It could be just simple, like, all right, let's go out. Fill it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you send that? I'm gonna send a survey and then watch.
You can tell when people are, not vibing right, and then you just, you figure out what works and whatever. So, like with Manyface, I know you can kind of tell, but then you also know what to do to get her out the funk, and vice versa.
And you care to do it.
Right. And it could be something so unspoken, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? You just know what to do. Like, I know Shane, but I know these cupcakes will help. You know what I mean? It could be just simple stuff. So, like I said, we don't usually get this deep. So,
afraid to say that what worked the first 20 years is not going to work anymore.
Right.
You know, it's like I've changed, I've grown, or I wasn't empowered enough to tell you 10 years ago that I really didn't like that or that didn't sit. But now here I am, and this is where I'm at. That doesn't work for me. This is what I need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
And then understand if somebody's not meeting that, if you say this is what I need, or if you find that you've been having the same conversation with this person and you are now in year 7 of the same conversation, that person, they heard you.
Turn that contract into confetti.
They just don't want to do it. Right. Tear up the contract, walk away.
Yeah.
So, TaSh, before we leave this conversation, if you had the option of a contract for your particular situation, what would you sign up for? Would you sign up for a 3, a 5, or 10?
Or 1.
With my friendship?
No. What's your
My friend.
baby father or
My ex-husband?
Yeah.
If I could go back in time and sign up.
If you go back in time, sign a contract,
right.
What would the contract length be?
It would have been a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting. Good thing
I mean,
it didn't, because you got 3 gyms over there that are like amazing.
I might have signed up again, or maybe the idea of the contract would have motivated other changes. Who knows? But a year.
How long are y'all contracts, Gary, Janine? What's the contract length?
70 years.
When y'all circling back to re-up?
What do you say, babe? About a good 30?
30?
Well, it's because what we were saying, how our friendship is so dope. It's hard to think of even having a contract. So
don't make me puke.
Like, I could see if we had a whack marriage and we weren't friends, then I would easily be like, yeah, this is the number of years I need for a contract. Like, I need 6-month contracts. But because we get along, we love each other, it's no contract needed. Even if I tried to think about how long the contract should be.
I get it.
I do want to renew our vows, though.
Yeah.
I want to write new vows because we're 10 years into this thing now, and we've changed and grown together and experienced some things. We now understand certainly much more about what it takes to make this thing work. You know,
yeah, bacon ain't gonna work on Gary because you know you there with the source. That shit that's like every day. Oh, it's Tuesday, bacon. Me on the other hand, if I had some bacon, it's like, oh shit. Listen, I want to thank Janine, Gary for joining us. We got really deep. And I guess we got to do that sometime.
Sometimes we gotta do that.
You know, it happens. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and everybody that tuned in the comments. And I've been reading. I've been silent for most of this episode because I've really been
eating.
Well, that too, but I can multitask my ass off. I don't need y'all extra comments on my eating either. Shit, it was good. It was raising.
I text you. You see my? You saw my text message, right?
I did. I responded.
I'm hungry now.
It was Raising Cane's and it was Raising Good. So.
Yeah, you didn't see that bread he put in his mouth? I know that bread.
Yeah, I still got a piece right here.
I can tell by the fries. As soon as he showed up, I was like, I put together the fries in the box, and I was like, he got Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Where's the sauce at though?
In my belly, it's gone already. I'm done. I'm done eating.
I stand by the fact that Raising Cane chicken is seasoned with water and imagination.
It's the sauce, man. It's this. Everybody knows it's the sauce.
I want to say one more thing, really quick.
Yes.
I want to say I love black men. Black men are music wrapped in skin. They are a gift to us, and we're not going to let a Derek Jackson or anybody else paint y'all in a negative light. We love you. We know you're down for us. We know you are faithful to us. and we're not going to let bad apples change that. So, brothers, I love you.
Okay, just keep the bacon coming and keep us happy. You'll be fine. We're all good.
Thank you.
It's amazing how after all these years we still got hella bacon jokes and we laugh at them like every time.
That's actually the power of bacon, though.
Right, the power of bacon. Listen, find us on YouTube at Preezee Does It. Also, Carnival Jedi. Follow all her antics on TikTok. It's amazing. You won't be disappointed. Don't follow me on TikTok because my shit is boring. And Gary, Janine, do you guys want to plug any social media things at all or whatever?
GF Baines.
You can tell his shit is boring already. And Janine?
I'm just the wife.
Just the wife. All right. Thank y'all for being on the show, man. You too.
Best wife.
Oh, y'all actually got matching shirts. Oh my God, this show is over with. This is done. This is.
Well, I made them because I have a t-shirt business.
I'm flipping a table anyway.
Well, promote your t-shirt business. You should have said that earlier.
I got a t-shirt business.
Grab a glass of your best liquor and tune into Preezee Does It Live.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week. We